Hi guys, welcome to Linkside YouTube channel. My name is Ram Mishra and I'm your online instructor. So what's new in this video? In this video we will talk about how to use SSHFS to mount remote file system over SSH. So let's begin the topic. But before start the live session we need to understand few points, which is what is SSHFS and its use cases. So here you can see in reddit.com/sysadmins SSHFS, it's mentioned SSHFS means SSH file system is a command line tool for safely mounting a remote folder from a server to a local machine. The client extends the SSH file transfer protocol, which helps locally mount a remote file system as it digs image securely. SSH file system allow accessing, transferring, and manipulating files as if working on local disks. This approach is handy when moving a lot of content to and from a remote machine. Normally what happens guys, when we want to transfer file over SSH connection, we can go using either SFTP or SCP command. It is popular method of moving small amount of data between server. In some case, however, it may be necessary to share entire directories or entire file system between two remote environments. While this case be accomplished by configuring an SMB or NFS mount, both of these require additional dependencies and can introduce uh, security concern or other overhead. As an alternative, you can install SSHFS to mount a remote directory using SSH alone. This has sufficient advantages of requiring no additional configuration and inheriting permission from the SSH user on the remote system. So SSH file system is particularly useful when you need to read from a large set of file interactively on an individual basis, right? So if you talk about the prerequisite, we need a Linux file system, SSH connection, and SSHFS package on the machine from where you want to access remote directories. Behind the scene, SSHFS used the SFTP protocol of the SSH to carry out any necessary files transmission between two nodes. Therefore, the remote server must be running SSHD and accept SSH connection. So in this demo, we will see how we can work with the SSHFS and Linux. So installing method, how to mount remote file system, everything is there. You can go and you can read this article, right? So let's begin the lab session. So I'm on my remote machine. So here you can see I'm working on my VMware workstation where I have two Linux box. So let me show you the OS release version and network setting of both machines. So first of all, let me go to host name ctl. This is server.example.com and currently I'm using RHEL 9.3 and host name -i. My IP of this machine is 192.168.116.128. Now let me go on the second machine. Let me log in with root user and host name ctl. You can see station1.example.com and RHEL 9.3 and host name -i. IP address is 192.168.116.129. So here I'm also using RHEL 9.3 on both machines. So I'm back on my server one. We will start our first step, which is installing SSHFS. For CentOS RHEL user, SSHFS is available under EPEL repository. So make sure you have installed the EPEL repository in your system. So let me install EPEL repository using dnf install command. So I'll go and run the command dnf install http://dl.fedoraproject.org. So I will share this path in the description. You can grab it from there. So this is the EPEL repository for RHEL 9. So repository successfully installed. Let me install SSHFS package. Command is dnf install and sshfs-y. Okay. So okay, started extra package for enterprise Linux EPEL, and this will take a little bit time, so let it be complete first, then we will move to the next part, which is mount the remote directory, right? So just wait, let it be complete first. So it takes some some time, so that the reason I just paused the video for a couple of minutes. Okay, yeah, started and done, completed. See, packet installed successfully. We can go for man for documentation. I go with man SSHFS. So here you can see file system client based on SSH, and syntax is there, how we can use this command. Okay, so first step is complete successfully. Now move to the next step, which is mount remote directory. So let's mount remote server directory using SSH file system. Make sure remote server has running SSH server with proper SSH connectivity from your system. So first create a mount point. I'll make a directory mkdir slash remote dir. Okay, and if I check with ls, it's blank right now. Now our mount point is ready. Let's mount the remote directory using sshfs command line tool. But before going to do that, let me make a remote user on station 1. So I'm on the client side, and here I will make a Bob user for demonstration purpose and make some data file, right? So we run simple command user add Bob, give the password to Bob, and then log out from Bob user, log in with Bob, and just try to make some file1 and file2. Perfect. So Bob user is ready with this file. Now let me go back on my server again, server 1, and from here I will mount the Bob user directory using sshfs command line tool. Command is sshfs Bob user at the IP address of the machine, the 116.129 colon slash the home directory location, home, username is Bob, and where you want to mount, I want to mount in root directory. Just say yes, give the password. Perfect. Here you can see I can access the file from our local mount point. So if I make any new files from Bob location, it will reflect here. So let me go with watch, atch watch ls. Okay, currently you can see only 1 and 2 files are there. Okay, I'm back here. Let me try to make 10 more files just for testing purpose. So I'll make 10 files here, 1 2 3 4 5 6 10. Perfect. If I'm going back, within a few minutes it will reflect here, right? So this is how what we can do with the help of sshfs command line tool. We can mount the remote user home directory on our local mount point. But this is temporary. I'm right. This is a temporary mounting. See, 10 files are there. So it's reflect here. So if your work is over, you don't require work anymore on this local directory, what you can do, you can unmount the mount point, simply umount and remote directory. Perfect. Now everything is disconnected, is gone. So this is the temporary purpose. So if you want to mount the permanent, so we need to move to the next step, which is mount directory on system boot. If you want to mount remote file system automatically each time when your system reboots, then we need to update this entry inside the etc step file. But we need to make sure that we have a key based SSH setup between remote and local system, so that we don't have to give the password every mount point or every mount system mount procedure, right? So let's generate the SSH key pair from the first machine and configure passwordless SSH authentication. So I will run the command SSH keygen here, press enter. I go with the default location. Okay, it's already there, so I just overwrite. Press enter, and blank enter. Okay, I just 3 time press enter, and let me go with SSH copy ID command to share this public key to the 192.168.116.129 to the Bob user account and give the password. Perfect. So here you can see now we have set up passwordless SSH connection. So if I'm trying to go with SSH Bob at that 192.168.116.129, it should not ask any kind of password. See, it's working fine. Perfect. Now I'm ready to make a permanent mount using etc step file. So finally we need to append the entry inside etc step file. So let's go back and open the etc step file. Very carefully put up the entry here. So how the entry is Bob at the rate 192.168.116.129 /home/Bob, and the mount point is, in my case, remote dir. File system is sshfs. Rest of the go with defaults 0 0. Okay, after adding this file we need to run the systemctl daemon reload command. So let me save and quit, and I'll go systemctl daemon reload, and then let me enable the mounting procedure using mount-a. Very good, cool. We can see I I can access permanently using etc step file. So this is permanent mounting. If I reboot the machine, the data should be there, right? So let it be reboot, and we will check one more time. So this is how, what we can do. We can use etc step file to make it permanent mount, right? So it's very easy. Every steps is mentioned here. If you go with the documentation, I will share this path in our description. So the things are clearly here, how you can make a files. I just demonstrate here. So mount options are there, and this is the mount remote file system on startup. So this is the procedure. Go with the etc step file and put a entry like this, right? So hopefully it's done. Let me go back with user account and let me check whether it's working or not. So let me open a terminal. So I'll click on the activity. Okay, or let me go on the activity, click on the terminal, and let's remote activity. Data should be there. Yes, data is there. So guys, this is how we can work with SSHFS. Hopefully you enjoyed and learned new things. Soon I will come up with another new interesting topic. Till then, keep practicing. If you feel something I have missed or you wanted to know more something else, please reach out through my social media links, which is mentioned in the description. And if you like this video, please do not forget to like, share and subscribe my channel, and press the bell icon button for the latest update. Thanks for watching. Stay safe and goodbye.